Welcome to Of Men, For Men. Here we'll discuss issues pertaining to the modern day man. Subjects like health, wealth, lifestyle, gear, and relationships. So join me as we dive into the world of men, for men. Hello, and welcome to the Of Men, For Men podcast. I am your host, James Rodney Lemax. Yeah. Come on in. Kick back. Relax. Grab yourself a coat. All right. Now, it is not the beginning of the new year, so this is kind of a bonus episode. I don't have any major issues I want to cover, but I just wanted to kind of free flow and give you some thoughts for the coming new year. Some things to pontificate before the new year. And we start off. I hope each and every one of you had a wonderful, fantastic, best Christmas you ever had. I hope you did. I hope you had the opportunity to spend time with your friends, your family, your loved ones. Because that's the most important thing, is your relationships. You know, it's not the house, it's not the cars, it's not your possessions. You can't take any of that stuff with you. And that's not going to leave any lasting impact. But the relationships you have on this blue marble, hurtling through space, is what's going to have an impact. How you affect other people is what's going to have an impact on this planet. And those will be that's your legacy. That's what you'll leave behind, is what people think of you. And hopefully there'll be good things. Hopefully you'll make an impact for the good. And that's what I want you to think about, is relationships and what you can do to improve on those relationships. Whether it be a working relationship, a family relationship, a romantic relationship, whatever it may be. I want you to think about, in the new year, you know, along with the new year always comes New Year's resolutions. I'm going to lose some weight. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And normally those things last a couple of weeks or a month. And that's about the end of that. And I'm not telling you what to do or how to do. I want you to think about it. Again, it's always your decision to do what's best for you. That's all I want from this podcast, is for you to make a better decision about what's best for you. Not what's best for me. Not sell you on my plan or my prognosis of the manosphere. There's been a little upheaval here lately in the manosphere. There's a lot of people calling out other people on different channels and YouTube channels and podcasts and whatnot. And I'm not about naming names and calling people out. But I can tell you this. That's why I don't do that. There's different ways to approach problems. There is no one altruistic, no one perfect solution plan that fits all. We're all different. We all come from different backgrounds. We all have different experiences. We all have different thought patterns. We all have different talents. And that's why I base this podcast on you, not about me. I come with some ideas and some thoughts of my own and some experience of my own. Try to do a little research and some fact finding. Bring that to you, and the rest is up to you. It ain't up to me. I'm not trying to show you the way or teach you, my 12-step program. But there's been some upheaval, and that's why I say don't listen to me. Listen to yourself. Think for yourself. And get other opinions. Listen to other podcasts. Listen to other man-centric personalities, YouTube channels, what have you. And you come to your own conclusions. I am not the end-all be-all. I am not the Alpha and the Omega. That's why I don't sell anything here. I don't sell you books or pamphlets or merchandise. I have thought about, maybe selling some men's products, grooming products, stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know if you guys would be into that. I don't know. There's a lot of it out there already. It would have to be something different, unique, and I don't want to sell you anything cheap. I wouldn't sell. I wouldn't promote anything that was cheap. I'd want it to be the best. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. Like I said, it's something that I'm thinking about, but again, what are the costs? What's the initial investment? It's not like I'm looking to make a huge profit. That's not what it's about. I'm just about offering something to men that's that's useful. Like this podcast, like my humor and my my opinions and what have you. It's just an offering. You don't have to take it. But there's been some upheaval, and I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted about all of it because I get a little bit from. I listen to several of them, and I think you should too. Like I said, I get some ideas and take some points and expand on them sometimes. If I think they're pertinent, if I think they're of any value. But it seems like that everybody has their way, and that's the way. And I'm not about that. There's different ways to approach different things. There's not one solution. I don't know if there are any absolutes, right? So that's why I always encourage you to think for yourself. And that being said, going into the new year, I'd like you to consider working on yourself. And we should all be doing that. Improving yourself, committing yourself to excellence. And what do you mean by that? Excellence. Whatever that means to you. Whether that's getting up on time, making your bed, cleaning your room, working a little harder, working some overtime, making a little bit more money, maybe picking up a side hustle, taking that class, taking that course, getting a certificate, improving your education, getting a better job. Next year is not going to be easy. All the people that are here now are still going to be there, and they're still going to be in charge, and there's not going to be a whole lot of difference. I don't see it getting any better until 2023, after the midterms, when there's going to be a little bit of a regime change, and the powers that be are not going to be able to just go willy-nilly and do whatever the hell they want, because they're just not going to be able to do anything. There'll be blockage to some of that. The pendulum always swings back and forth, back and forth. That's why it seems like nothing really ever changes. But I'd like you to consider committing to excellence for yourself. Spiritual, physical, mental, relationships. Commit to excellence. I'd like you to consider that for yourself, because then you can help others. When you're better, then you can help others be better. Commit to being a better you. And it doesn't have to be some grand scheme, some grand plan. It can just, 1% every day. Like those athletes talk about. If I can get 1% better every day. It's the little things. Excuse me. Take the baby steps. Just baby steps. Just one little thing. Take it, address it, work on it. What does it take? It takes 30 days for something to be a habit. Where you doing it, on a regular basis. Give it time. Work on yourself. It's like, remember I've made this analogy before. You're in the plane's going down, the oxygen mask pops out, and what do? You don't try to grab one and, the plane's full of smoke. You don't try to grab one and put it on somebody else. You put yours on first. You can't help anybody unless you can help yourself first. And that's not being selfish. You have to be able to do that. You have to be able to work on you so that you can be productive, so that you can help others. Because if you're the one that needs the help all the time, what are you going to do for anybody else? You have to be able to take care of yourself first. Then you can take care of somebody else. See? See how it works? You got to be able to do you before you can do anybody else. It's like they say, if you're not happy with yourself, how's somebody else gonna make you happy? How you gonna be happy with somebody else if you're not happy with yourself, right? Self-esteem. Otherwise, you're just codependent. I got an ex-wife like that. She's codependent. Constantly, getting out there, putting stuff out there on social media about, how lonely she is, and she can't wait till somebody loves her for her. She don't love herself. That's her main problem. I've told her for 15, 20 years, you don't need, and I'm not, being feminist, like you don't need a man. Take care of yourself. Be self-sufficient. Get your own place. Get your own job. Pay your own damn bills. But that's not what she wants. She wants somebody to come in and take care of her. Be there for her and love her and all that. It's never going to happen. Because she doesn't bring anything to the table. And as soon as a guy figures that out, it's too late. He done married her. And she done been through some men. And that's you know, how many dudes has she ruined, including me, right? It's ridiculous. Fix yourself. Take care of yourself, gentlemen. Work on yourself. Improve yourself. Be the best person you can be. And then you have something to offer somebody else, if you are so inclined. Bring something to the table, you know, besides finances. Because, I mean, that's what most females, you know, are looking at first and foremost. They'll tell you, oh no. Everybody knows ain't no money, ain't no honey. That's the way it works. You ain't gonna see no female with no broke behind dude. Unless she's just slumming. You know, looking for somebody to blow her back out. You know, temporary. She ain't gonna stay with somebody, you know, for too long. Unless that's just her mentality, too. Sometimes they will. They'll stick around with one that's just worthless. And you wonder why. But again, it's her self-worth. What does she think about herself? Well, apparently she doesn't think too highly of herself. That's why I say, gentlemen, you are the prize. You're the prize. Yes, when they're young and they're soft and firm in all the right places and smell good, look good, taste good, it's hard to resist. But that's when they're out there doing things they don't need to be doing. And then they hit the brick wall, and then they want to settle down. You know, after they've been run through. And then they expect you, oh, you got to accept me as I am. If you can't take me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Bullshit. That's not taking responsibility. Take responsibility, man. Take responsibility for yourself. Improve yourself. Take care of yourself. Do what's right for you. Not what's right, not what somebody else is telling you. Not what somebody else is selling you. Do what is right for you, regardless of what that is. It's never, what they call it, self-care now. I see all that shit on Twitter. Self-care is, and then, you know, whatever. Remember that old cartoon, Love Is, and they'd have the naked boy and girl there, love is, and then whatever. Now it's self-care is, and then some kind of statement behind it. Well, self-care, gentlemen. Take care of yourselves first and foremost, and it's not being selfish. You have to. Otherwise, you don't have anything to offer anybody else. You'd be just as broke as them. And I don't mean financially, I mean broke as a person. That's what you have to do. Free your mind and your ass will follow, right? Oh, Lord, have mercy. Boy, I'm just full of piss and vinegar. But, you know, really, that's all I wanted to ramble on about, you know. I just wanted you to think about that, you know, instead of coming up with New Year's resolutions about this, that, and the other. You know, don't think of it like that. Think of it as, like I said, self-care, taking care of yourself, doing what's right for you, being the best person you can be, you know. And again, don't try to bite off more than you can chew. Just if it's just some small little thing, then that's all it needs to be. And then work on that. And then let that snowball into something else. Because you are all you have. You don't, there is no rescue plan for you. See, females have that backup plan. They got the state and the government to come in and help them and assist them. They got the courts in their favors, lawyers in their favors. You ain't got shit. Ain't nobody coming to your rescue. That's why I say you got to man up, gentlemen. Man up for yourself, you know. You do you, and that's whatever that is, whatever's best for you. And I'll keep bringing you the hits week after week. I'll bring you the top 40, you know, whatever's going on in the manosphere, whatever's going on in the world, and we'll talk about it. And I'll give you something to chaw on, something to chew on, something to digest. And again, it'll be up to you what you do with that. And that's all I ask. That's all I ask, for you to do what's right for you. All right, gentlemen. I appreciate you tuning in and listening. It's been a great year. I just thought I'd give you a little bonus action right here just before the new year, a little bonus. A little bonus action here. Check out all the social media sites, the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, the Gab, the Parler, and what is the other one? Locals. Of Men for Men podcast. And podpage.com/of Men for Men. Podpage.com/of Men for Men is a little website. This is all brought to you by the letters F and U. You know, it's free for you. You know, like I said, if you want to support the channel, you can do so. There's a link somewhere wherever you're listening. You can support it for as little as 99 cents a month. And again, that's totally up to you. If I'm bringing you anything you think's worthwhile. All right. I appreciate your time and your patience and your listenership. You are what makes this podcast possible. All right, my friends, take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the new year. Have a good one. I have been James Rodney Lemax, and you have been great. Yeah. This will be a weekly podcast. You can find it on the Anchor app and anywhere podcasts are available. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. I look forward to seeing you there.